Well, I believe today is a first for the channel. It is a triple live comm as we go for our first tournament silverware, and then we face Man City in the Champions League quarterfinals. I'd feel better about any one of those three games if we weren't coming off our worst defeat of the season. My name's FM19, and this is the Ritornu Gloria with SC Bastia, episode 77. Just when you get your hopes up, FM comes along and says, nope. And that's what happened to us. We were at home against Guingamp and we won 1-0 thanks to a Luca Mercurio goal, rather. I keep wanting to say Lucia. I know that's not Lucia. It's Luca. It's in the old Hey, My Name is Luca song. Yes, I am that old. We were then away at PSG and we got absolutely thumped 5-1. We had 13 days between games. I had my best 11 on the field, and they made us look like freaking idiots. I could have sworn it was a shots thing. Now we can do the action zones thing. Solar, a 21st minute goal. Milescu, a 28th minute goal. Valencia, a 30th minute goal. Mbappe, a brace of goals in the 42nd and 64th minute. Guzman Fernandez broke up the clean sheet with a goal in the 85th minute. It was just absolutely horrible. We had 7 shots, 4 on target. PSG had 21-10, a huge possession advantage. It didn't help that after the Sporting game, but before the Guingamp game, Hernandez broke his finger and he was out 2 to 3 weeks. So maybe he broke it after Guingamp. Yep, no, it was before Guingamp because Jarek started Guingamp and he started PSG, and he's probably going to be starting at Monaco unless Hernandez is healthy. So, that said, not a lot going on at the moment. Standings-wise, we are still in 5th place, 6 points behind Nantes. 31 games played, we got 7 left in the season. Our 43 goals are 6th highest. Our 36 goals allowed are 5th best. We are back up to 8th spot in yellow cards, thanks to the 4 we got at PSG. 1 red card. Attendance is down a little bit, but I'm not too worried about it. Frank and Guzman are tied for the lead with 11 goals. Renato has a 7.09 rating. Armand, 8 assists. Under Solovia, 89% pass completion rate. It was 90 a game ago, so it's gone down a little bit. Guzman and Renato, 5 players in the match. Cristiano and Mattis, Flores, 9 yellow cards apiece. So chances are they will both be missing games before the end of the season. So the plan is we're playing Monaco, and then we're playing Man City at home. We're playing Dijon offline. They're 12th in the league. I think we should be okay there. And then we're going to be back for Man City away. And then chances are we're going to skip to the end of the season, play Rennes, have an end-of-season review, and what went on in the world in 2026. It was World Cup, and I guarantee almost nobody will guess who won the World Cup this year. It wasn't France. And it wasn't anybody else you're thinking of either, to be honest with you. So I'm going to set the best 11, check the reserves, and we're going to come back for our first match of the day against Monaco in just a bit. I'm an idiot. I forgot that Jarek is my reserves keeper, and he plays every reserve match. And the reserve team played this morning. So, in goal, Carlos Vincinius, our 18-year-old keeper with a ton of potential. He's probably about 3 years away from starting, though. Almeida, Zorzetto, Cristiano, and No as the defensive back 4. Soldevilla as the defensive midfielder behind Heraldez and Camp. Frank and Bamba up top as the attacking midfielders, and Fernandez as the striker. Zorzetto up to Frank. Centers it to Camp. Oh, bad pass. Tielemans intercepts it. Pellegrini cuts right and sends it back to Thiam. Thiam, long pass towards Pellegrini. Cuts right, takes the shot. Roca pushes it over the crossbar, though. Dodged a bullet there. Cammy sends it forward. No stops it from going out of bounds. To Soldevilla. Up to Camp. Over to Heraldez. Back to Camp. Over to No. Long pass towards Fernandez, who got between the defenders and takes an ill-advised shot that's very wide left. Rocha from just outside the box. Vincinius, a nice block, but Pellegrini puts it far post. Vinicius, that's it. Vinicius. Why am I saying Vincinius? Oh, nice first block by Vincinius. And he got a hand on the second one, but Pellegrini's shot was too hard. I can't blame him for that. I mean, he's been thrown to the fire because of me, so he's doing an incredible job. Monaco, DeWall over to Golovin, out to, well, the number 12, but no intercepts. However, Rocha has it off the post, knocked away, and that is the highlight. Half hour into the game. Monaco, 11 shots, 5 on target. We've had 3 and 1. Vinicius, up to nobody in particular. Heinrich knocks it down to Golovin. Challenged by Fernandez, but gets the ball away. Vallejo has it now from Monaco, up into space. Ligue stopped running. That was odd. Almeida, up to Heraldez. To Frank. Back to Heraldez. Out to Almeida on the left. To Frank. Oh, he loses the ball. Thiam gets it, sends it up to Golovin, who long passes it to Pellegrini on the right, knocked away. Tielemans to Cami, off the post. Cristiano knocks it out of bounds. What is going on, guys? Tell them to concentrate, they're overwhelmed. Halftime. Thanks to a Pellegrini goal in the 12th minute, Monaco has the lead. 16 shots, 8 on target for them, 4 shots, 2 on target for us. They have a slight possession advantage. We need to pick it up in the second half. Vinicius. Up towards no one in particular. Heinrich has it. Back to Coupe over to Heinrich. Up to Cami. Cuts inside. Takes the shot after the number 6 completely whiffed on the tackle. Fernandez, and we equalize. Well done. That was a nice shot from just outside the box. It's like the 4th one of those he's had this year. Heraldez sends it in, knocked away. That stinks because we practice set pieces a ton. Capobianco to Vallejo. To Pineda, over to DeWall. Back to Pineda. Long pass. Rocha's there. Knocked away. Vinicius picks it up. He's got Bamba on the right. He's got a bunch of guys on the right. But no, he's going to send it towards Frank, who's surrounded by Monaco players. Vallejo to Capobianco. To Golovin. Out to Cami. Cuts inside. Taps it up to Rocha, who's going to take a weak shot at Vinicius. 61 minutes in, we're going to make a couple of changes. Macon is going to come on for Bamba. Magalhaes is going to come on for Almeida. Cesar on the throw on to Holland. Almost dispossessed. Cami has it. Takes a long shot. Just wide right. DeWall on the throw in to Pineda. Back to DeWall. Crosses it in. Holland's fouled. Hey, I've got music for this. What's it gonna be? Penalty. Okay. Time to be a hero, Vinicius. Now, did he even move? I'm not gonna know until I edit the video. Well, you know, I can watch it in the 3D. Okay. Holland, that was the softest goal I've seen in a long time. 12 minutes left in the game. Knox sends it forward to Pellegrini. Knocked down. Over to Holland. Oh, gives it up to No. Back to Vinicius, who sends it towards Fernandez. Taps it to Macon. Long pass. DeWall knocks it down. Oh, can we get it? Can we get it? Soldavia gets to the ball. Frank cuts left. Fouled by DeWall. Is that in the box? Hey, look, more music. Oh, outside the box, free kick. Fernandez should be taking this. No, it's Macon. Off the post. Okay. I'm going to go to the very attacking. Magalhaes intercepts the ball, but Pineda gets it back, sends it to Golovin, taps it back to Thiam, up to DeWall on the right. He cuts it inside. Cammy's there, off the post, knocked away. Come on, boys. Fernandez. Nope, curls it too far right. And only 2 minutes of extra time. Last chance, Heraldez sends it in. Coupe Bianco knocks it away to Golovin. Pineda. Long pass. Cammy's there. Right at Vinicius. Nice save by the youngster. Last chance, guys. Long pass towards Fernandez. Knocked ahead. Vallejo has it. Monaco's just going to keep way down. Knops up into the crowd. Holland knocks it down to Pellegrini. Out to Thiam. Out of bounds. Let's get it in, boys. 20 seconds. Magalhães to Fernandez. And that is the game. I have celebrations turned off. 27 shots, 13 on target for Monaco, 8 shots, 4 on target for us. We had our chance. That stupid foul in the box. Vinicius ended on a 7-0. That was a credible showing by the youngster, all things considered. That bites. Well, hopefully Hernandez will be back by the Monaco game. By the Man City game, which is going to be in 4 days. So, next time we come back, it will be at home against Man City. And we will be back with that game in just a bit. Well, not a lot of action between the two games. We are playing probably our strongest 11. Ramirez in goal, Amida, Zorzetto, Cristiano and No as the defensive back four, Gajikadia is the defensive midfielder behind Heraldez and Camp, Frank and Bamba up top as the attacking midfielders, and Fernandez is the striker. City still has a really good team. However, their two best players are out with injuries. Johan Palacios, who is their advanced midfielder on the right, is a winger, 5-star career ability, 5-star potential ability. It's easy to see why. I mean, 19 crossing, 16 dribbling, 17 first touch, 18 technique. He's been out with a broken ankle for a while. The other one is Martin Bazan, who is probably one of their best young defensive midfielders, who I suspect he would have played today, and he's not bad, all things considered. And then for some reason they have Mario Icardi unregistered. Bernardo Silva's out. Who else? I think that's it. Great, Harry Kane's still playing. So we still have our work cut out for us. They're still City. Heck, they paid 131 million euros for Upamecano. Something like 131 million euros. It was more than the total sum worth of my team at the moment. So that's what we're up against, boys. Foden, corner kick in. Jesus off the post. Garcia gets it, and it's a goal. It's a cheap goal. Still a goal, though. Nuts. Nice crowd at the stadium. I think this offseason we're going to ask for a new stadium. I think we've proven that, we're going to stay up for a while. No, on the throw to Gajikadia. Over to Camp. Back to No. Crosses it in. Frank. Knocked away by Ortega. Gajikadia gets it back. Out to Almeida on the left. Sends it in. Fernandez. Off the crossbar. Looks like Ederson may have gotten a hand on it and pushed it up. Fairly even game so far from a stats point of view. We've had 6 shots, 2 on target. They've had 5 shots, 2 on target. Ramirez sends it up towards Fernandez. Knocked down to Frank, who gets it. Shadowed by 2 City players. Back to Almeida. Centers it to Heraldez. Back to Almeida. Up to Frank. Back to Heraldez. Camp. To Heraldez. Out to Almeida. Zalone on the left. Almost loses the ball. Camp. Oh, Ederson, a nice save. Frank saves it from going out of bounds. Heraldez runs it down. And that's the highlight. Oh, it was a good chance. And that is the half. Stats-wise, we've been better than City, other than goals. Good halftime talk. Everybody was motivated. Not much of a highlight there, but felt the need to say it. Everybody was motivated at the half. Foden from well outside the box taps it to Shu. Crosses to the center to Hoy. Back to Shu. To Gomes. Out to Foden, who's alone on the left. Crosses it in. Garcia's there for his second. Nice cross by Foden. Decent header by Garcia, too. Not quite sure what happened with the game. Oh, I made some tactical changes, and it slowed down. Going to the offside trap. We're getting stuck in. Foden. To Shu. All the way out to Ortega, who's alone on the left. He's going to drive in, cross it. Zorzetto knocks it away, but Foden gets there before Almeida can. Shu back to Gomes. Out to Hakimi. He holds it up. Frank challenges him. He gets it to Gomes. Foden. Out to Ortega, but Bamba intercepts it, but it goes right to Sané. He tries crossing it in. Bamba gets it to Camp. Holds it up to Gachikadia. Over to Bamba. Long pass towards Frank, who completely misplayed it, and that is a City throw-in. We're 60 minutes in. Soldevia is going to come on for Gachikadiev. Macon is going to come on for Bamba. We at least get one goal. Camp. Over to Macon, who almost loses it. Sends it out to No. Drives forward. Crosses it in. Frank is there. Oh, too much. Heads it over the crossbar. Had a couple really good chances. Just we're not really doing it. I know, exciting, scintillating commentary. 15 minutes left. Hakimi on a throw into Garcia. To Foden. Back to Hakimi. Out to Shu. To Jesus, dispossessed by Ronaldo. Almeida ends up with the ball. Up to Heraldes. Out to Frank. Back to Almeida. Taps it up to Frank. Crosses the field to Macon. Nice first touch. Crosses it in. Frank is there. Off the crossbar. That's twice we've seen Macon to Frank not connect. We're going to use our last sub and get Conceana on for Heraldes. Macon. Corner kick in. Cristiano bounces back and forth. Sané gets it and the highlight ends. Rossetto on the throw-in. Fernandez gets it. Sends it in. Macon just wide right. Upamecano to Shu. This should be the last highlight of the game. To Sané. Dispossessed by Soldevia. To Cristiano. Long pass into space towards Fernandez. He doesn't have any help. And apparently somebody got fouled. Upamecano to Sané. To Shu. Out to Ortega. Back to Sané. Back to Shu. Over to Foden. Taps it up to Jesus. Out to Sané. Dispossessed, but Foden gets it, and that is the game. Nuts. City had a huge possession advantage and one more shot on target, and that was it. That's all they needed. So we got Dijon in 3 days. Well, 4 if you count today. And then less than a week, 6 days, we're in Man City. So we're going to play Dijon offline. And then we will be back for the away game at Man City. We got a puncher's chance. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Back in a bit. Well, we're getting down to the end of the season, and I've started scouting players I'm looking at bringing in for next season, and it took me a long time last night. So when I got to the second Man City game, after playing the Dijon game, it was dark 30 in the morning, and I needed to get up in about 4 hours. So I called it a night. So we're back the next day, getting ready to play Man City. But first, against Dijon, we had a really good result. A 3-1 victory, thanks to goals by Zorzetto and a brace by Guzman Fernandez. The one thing I like about this is that this was a pretty rotated side. Ramirez in goal, Flores, Rustic, Zorzetto, Magahalis were the defensive back line. Martinez, Mercurio, and Comesaña were the midfielders. Roland, Ruiz, and Foster were the starting attackers. Bamba came on at the half because Roland was just not having a good game. Fernandez came on to replace Ruiz because he was not having a good game either, and he responded with a brace of goals. So, it was a good victory. And Nantes drew in their game, so we are now 4 points behind them with 6 games left to play. So, it's possible. So we got Man City coming up next away. It's in 3 days, so I'm going to forward to that, and we'll be back with that match in just a bit. Well, we are at Man City today, down 2 goals, and we are playing our 4-1-2-3. Ramirez in goal, Almeida, Zorzetto, Cristiano, and Flores as the defensive back 4. Gajarcadio is the defensive midfielder behind Heraldez and Camp. Frank and Macon are the attacking midfielders, and Fernandez is up top as the striker. I hate to say it, but the more I look at Armand, the more I am convinced he is no longer a League One attacking midfielder. He just does not have the technical skills for it. He's got the physical skills for it. He's really good there, but Macon is 5 years younger, and his technicals are at least +4 better in almost every category that matters. Flores, Fernandez, dispossessed by Sané. He in turn is dispossessed. Flores has it. Long pass into space. Hoey knocks it down to Shu. Over to Sané. To Garcia. And they score. Guys, come on. We're better than this. Too many stupid passes like that. We're a bit more match fit than City, but frankly, I don't think it's going to matter. Half hour in, this is the second highlight. Foden with the ball. Long cross in to no one in particular. Ramirez has it, holds it onto it. Lost the ball down towards nobody in a Bastia uniform. Fernandez gets the rebound, sends it to Macon. His cross bounces off a City player, goes right to Sané. Holds it up just past the midfield line, over to Jesus. Long cross towards Garcia, who sends it in. Flores, however, gets it. Brings it up to Macon. Long pass to Fernandez, who gets behind the defender. Takes the shot, but it's right at Ederson. Hakimi with the throw-in. Foden is dispossessed. Frank sends it over to Macon. Long pass to Fernandez. Back to Frank. Up to Fernandez. Splits the defenders. Tries tapping it to Heraldez, but intercepted. Upamecano has it to Shu. Over to Sané. To Ortega, who almost loses it. Back to Shu. Long pass to Hakimi on the right. To Gomes. To Shu. Up to Foden. To Gomes. To Garcia. And it's wide left. Almeida on the throw-in to Gajarcadio. Over to Heraldez. Out to Flores. Takes the shot, bounces it off a couple of players. Foden has it, drives forward, up to Jesus. He holds it up, out to Garcia alone on the right. Crosses it in. Well, that was a shot. Ramirez blocked it and recovers it. Ramirez rolls it out to Gajarcadio. Over to Cristiano. Back to Ramirez. Up to Zorzetto. Long pass to Fernandez. Got between the defenders, holds it up as he fouled. Somehow he fouled the other guy. Flores just picked up a knock. It's right before the half, too. Well, we're down a goal. We're down 3 in aggregate. We're mostly holding our own. They've got a possession advantage, but they're just that much better on the ball than we are. We're going to get Flores off, bring No on. Geraldes dispossessed. Shu has the ball. Up to Hakimi. Long pass, but No is there. Sends it up to Macon, but he dallies. Ortega almost takes it away from him. Macon back to Cristiano. Up towards Fernandez. Gajikadio taps it down, but Foden intercepts it. Up to Jesus. All alone. He's got help. Crosses into Garcia off the post. I hit the wrong shout, too. Sane on the throw-in. Goes right to Geraldes. Sends it up to Macon, but he loses it. Goes to Ortega for City. Sane has it now. Back to Shu. Over to Garcia. To Shu. Long pass. Hakimi all alone on the right. Holds it up. Crosses it in. Knocked away. Shu. Top of the box. Take the shot. Wide left. Shu. Centers it to Gedson, who just came on. Ramirez. Nice block. Pushes it over the crossbar. We're going to make a couple changes here. We're going to make at least one change. Gajikadio is going to come off. Martinez is going to come on. Now, Sane just got injured. Doesn't look like they're going to take him off. 15 minutes left in the game. Going to the very attacking. No on the throw-in to Fernandez. Back to No. Dispossessed by Sane, who is literally at 45%. That was stupid. I literally just brought him on, too. He came on the 65th minute. He got sent off 11 minutes yet on his second yellow. Cristiano sends it up to no one. Bounces back and forth. Laporte has it over to Shu. Out to Ortega. Evades one tackle. Ortega to Garcia. Takes the shot past Ramirez and in. On flipping rail. I am not happy with this performance. Man. No one to throw in. Fernandez to Macon. Crosses it in. Frank Ederson with a block. It's probably our best chance. Geraldes sends it in. Knocked away. Hakimi's going to get there before Almeida. Last play of the game. Ortega sends it in. Knocked away. Shu, top of the box. Over to Garcia. Back to Shu. Bounces his shot off a Bastia player. That's the game. Gee. Oh. It's like we didn't even try. We received 10.5 million euros. Martinez is suspended. He's getting a 2-week fine. I don't care that he is upset. So what are we going to do? Well, I don't know that I really want to draw the rest of the season out. We're going to come back for the Rennes game and then have an end-of-season wrap-up. And then it's going to be the off-season. So, man, that was... Oh. I know City's a better team. On paper, they're a much better team, but we played them really well until they scored. And then we just had a lot of stupid mistakes. I don't know if it's because of the youth of my players or the relative inexperience or a combination of both, but I don't know. Probably just beat myself up too much over it. That said, long episode. Thanks for sticking with it. Sorry we didn't get a better result. We'll get them next year. If you liked what you see and heard, please have a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I'll answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM19, and I thank you for watching the Return on Glory with SC Bastia, episode 77.